Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Rooms and Reptiles, Dungeons and Dragons. I'll leave it to Dova and Sully for the recap.
Okay. Did it get posted, or?
Last time. Well, we recovered. I'm finally up and walking around, and Rock has an interesting new arm, let's say. So many things have happened that I am not happy with while I was away. And I sort of blasted Rock in the face when he tried to hug me after I threw up under the table. After that, we tried to go on an adventure, and then I was just front-loaded with so much new information that I didn't agree with, such as talking guns, and what did Cobalt say about making dead things? I just said no so very powerfully that I did not go on this adventure with them. And Nova can fill the rest, because Sully was not there.
Fair enough. The remainder of the party has gone on a small expedition to, well, frankly, fill some time as they got a little bit bored.
Your steadfast loyalty is greatly
And
appreciated.
in the, or while on this little expedition, they actually came across a rather angry, more feral spirit of the forest, a shambling, basically a husk made of vines, animal bones, and various other detritus. This spirit had been harassing two individuals who had made their way into the forest. Infel, who, as you remember, chased off after the hostile sort of magnetic suit of armor, and Zell, who had chased after. At the current time, Infel is currently slumped against a rather large tree, very definitely hurt, while Zell is right next to them, nearly passing out from exhaustion. Thankfully, the monstrosity has been chased off. It ran away after a little encounter with the party.
Choiced it off.
Ooh, there you go. Yeeted away. I'm sorry. But yeah, that is where we will start today. And as you all are kind of getting your bearings and sort of letting the adrenaline sort of fade away from the combat, you find that some of the pieces that were chopped off actually contain little baubles and trinkets. You find a green almost moss-covered trading card. One for the indigo room. And it's almost quivering with the amount of what feels to be magical energy inside. Secondly, and finally, I guess, you find a small oval, almost like a skipping stone with a small symbol carved into it, which faintly glows with a very faint blue energy.
One
What are you guys
question.
doing? Go ahead.
What is a trading card?
So remember the cards for the indigo room?
Yeah, I thought those
The
were
indigo
regular
room.
playing cards, not trading
Well, yes.
cards. What are trading cards?
What do you trade them for?
Do we
It's the
trade
same
them
thing.
for? So we trade them for equipment.
Yes.
Okay, no. I think he's saying trader cards. Like when someone betrays a group, they give him this card.
Oh, why would we want that, Dover? Are you trying to say we're gonna betray each other?
And I can make that happen.
No, we're good. Side note,
Do
Buizels,
not pursue Lubu.
Buizels, thank you so much for that resubscription at tier 3. 6 months in a row, man, that is awesome. He says, time
Very
for
nice.
interruptions and to make Dova fumble. Sorry, Dova. Love you guys.
I already fumbled, so whatever. You guys know
This-
what you guys know what the deal is with the cards. Come on.
You know that once we
Okay.
get bigger, we're totally going to have memes popping up all over the internet of bird fumbles.
I
All
got a
from
new
you,
goal in my
Dova.
life now.
Just for me.
I just want to be able to sell baguette plushies.
But you said you just want to know how to spell baguette. I was like, that's pretty easy.
No, it's-
B-A-G-U-T-T-E.
That's not correct.
It is.
Yeah, it is. I want to see if I trip you up.
Come on, I
'Cause
took
you know-
I took a year of French, okay? I live next to the Canadian border.
You know
Oui,
what-
baguette.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry, Dova.
lived in California, next to the Mexican border, and I still don't know.
Hey, 4 years of high school Spanish. Let's go.
3 years.
I'm going to
And,
restart my Discord, guys. One sec.
Hey, hello.
Discord is currently ensuring the dankest of memes. And it's top decking lethal. Figured while we're waiting, I can entertain you guys by relaying what Discord is doing. I don't know what top decking lethal is, but... Now, come on, that's just cheating, Captain Death.
Boon.
Alright, here we go.
I had something else too. Where
Wait,
is it?
seriously?
Is it not working?
Oh no, it's working. Just,
Say, holy fuck.
I just saw what popped
I
up,
love it.
and apparently there's a... Discord's got its own game store now? Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's all about, so I'm not gonna even touch it. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I don't think I have this anymore, right? The obsidian statue with gold fittings and inlay.
I don't believe you do anymore.
that was the lady of the cave, I believe.
Yeah, I know.
No, didn't we trade that towards the mansion cart?
I believe you did.
No.
No?
No, we got this after. We got this when we got all of the all the kobolds. This was their like god
Oh,
statue.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had
I
to
just-
get rid of that fast because they were going to be mad.
Alright, I'll delete it. Okay. Discord is just way too active right now.
That's actually me holding a lizard, by the way.
This is...
I'm just
Oh,
confused by why Discord thinks it needs its own game store.
Because it's getting too big for its own britches.
I love how stupid I am that I can make myself just laugh at stupid things. Vial of caviar. Can I offer you a fish egg for this trying time?
But it's like, why Discord? We have Steam. Do they
I already
really
gave
think
you
they
the
could?
answer.
But do they really think they could compete with Steam?
I just think a try.
I don't think they're really trying. It's just, hey, we got a new option.
Anyways, moving on. Yes, Captain Death. The whole party is kobolds.
We're professional.
Well, the one is, well, I guess we did just find him again last week. But the main party is all kobold.
Hey
Gee,
Dova,
thanks.
Dova, it took over a year, but I actually did my personality traits and ideals and stuff.
Thank fuck. Alright, I actually have to look at it now.
Because before it just said bread is love, bread is life.
Nice appearance, man.
Thanks. Under appearance, mine just says, "What's the point? You won't see me anyways."
Oh, I guess I can get rid of the small tree made of intestines.
Probably.
No,
Oh,
you just
and-
put
Oh,
that. No, you can still keep it. You just have to change it from being in your bag to equipped.
I had to change it from my room, and just do
Yeah.
a plus arm equals. Damn, there goes that joke.
Haha.
Apparently, Dova has gotten lost in the depths of Ray's sheet.
Yeah, so.
Raku's sheet. Oh, we're waiting on you to do
where were
something!
we?
I kind of waiting on you guys. You guys are in the forest, in the jungle, and you have just sort of come across Zell and Infel.
Does Infel look alive? That's good sound.
I'm gonna go actually check.
Alright, go ahead and make a medicine check. So, it seems that he's sort of dealing with the backlash of having quite a lot of magic passing through his body all at once. So, there's a bit of singeing here and there. At some points, his scales and hide are a bit warped, but otherwise he is, he's probably stable at this point. Of course, no doubt due to the intensive actions of Zell, who is currently trying to gather what little remains of his medicinal equipment. There's quite a bit of discarded bandages, all sorts of equipment that's either broken or just completely been used up. And there's quite a few bandage cuts, bruises. It looks like one of his legs has been broken, and there's a sort of a makeshift splint that's been fashioned around it. All in all, they look rough, and Zell seems to be on his very last bits of energy.
Alright, Zell, I got this. He is... So, Infel is alive, just in really bad shape.
Yes. Zell kind of drops a half-full vial of medicine into his pouch, kind of fastens the button shut. He looks around, head still shaking a bit. He says, "That's... okay. Thank you." And he just kind of starts to sit down and kind of lean over to the side. He says, "I'm just gonna sit down for a second and just basically keels over and just passes out from exhaustion."
I'm gonna pat him on his head.
So you said Infel has like bandages and like dressings on.
Yes.
Can I cast Prestidigitation to clean them?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, it sounds like, yeah, that should definitely work.
It sounds like
as
it won't.
you. I don't know if you technically need to see the surface that you're actually cleaning, but it's a 1 by 1 foot cube, so it should be able to clean it. So yes, I will say.
I mean, it's just the bandage.
Yeah.
Can I not see the bandage?
More of the underside of it, where it's actually touching his flesh. That's the issue. But I mean,
Well,
even so, you could probably just like peek up on the corner and look under and clean that off. But yes, you'd be able to start cleaning off his bandages like one at a time. It would take you some time though.
I mean, on a side note, kind of that logic is like if I were to clean my clothes, it wouldn't clean the underside.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
All right, yeah, but so Eric's healed him, and I'll just be cleaning
The first healing
dressings anyways.
went to Infel, the second one to Zell.
So
All right, thank you.
Number.
His,
Yeah, I noticed that.
Zell's limbs kind of stop trembling as he has a little bit better quality of rest. He's still, out from exhaustion, but the various bruises and sort of other bumps and scrapes are starting to close over.
Does any of us here? This is Rakuu talking. Eric's Rock, do either of you have that the pot or whatever that does the tasteless gruel food?
I
The
pull out
magic
the
item.
I pull out the spoon.
That's the
The
Everflow
mighty
pot.
spoon.
Everflow pot, right, Paul? Right, Nova?
The Everfull pot, I believe, just makes like hot water.
I got I think it's the Malin spoon you produce. 10 servings of tasteless but nutritious scoop daily.
There you are.
Alright, we should Rock. We should feed them with that because I don't know if they're gonna be able to take like solid food.
Hey,
Or
he's been
maybe
chewing.
just teleport them back to the ship, maybe.
That's what he's been snacking on for all this time.
Stuffing himself with like oatmeal.
Yeah, it's tasteless, nutritious oatmeal. It's how he keeps his mighty bucket figure.
So, you want to feed them? You want to hand me the spoon for a bit? What do you want to do?
he'll hand it to you as he can I whistle from Ember?
Sure, you can definitely try.
Alright.
I wonder where Infel's elk is.
Dova, there has been some influence redeemed.
Yeah.
And Rakuu, you're apparently missing some baguettes from your inventory. I posted in the chat.
My baguettes are an extra dimensional space that the DM can't touch.
Yeah. It's a stream text chat.
No, the fantasy grounds.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't come out as well, but you know.
Well, joke's on Dova. He got the
baguettes.
he got the Ritalin bread.
Shit.
Isn't that what he wanted?
Yeah, actually.
Will you stop fumbling your
Take it
papers?
on, yeah. Maybe.
Cue the gif with the vibrating bird with the cup.
All right. Well, Raku's gonna like slowly feed Infel.
Alright. You slowly manage to get some of the gruel down his throat and kind of massage it so that he'll swallow on its own. Basic hospice sort of thing. But yeah, there is still the matter of those magical trinkets. Cobalt, you here?
Yes, I'm identifying them as a ritual.
All right. The card.
And can you? I would have him identify that helmet too.
Which helmet?
The metal like soldier helmet or whatever that I got before.
Ah.
That fell on my head.
So, the soldier's helmet, and feel free to write this down, is very slightly magical. It appears that if the wearer were to fulfill a certain set of conditions...
Hold on.
If the wearer were to experience a certain set of conditions, it might imbue some emotion or perhaps a state of mind, but it's not really clear as to what that would be. It's
What
kind
the
of hard.
conditions would be?
Yeah.
What?
Sort of what. Yeah. It
Can
definitely
make-
alters the mind in some way.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell him that and give it back to him. Now, what else?
The card is one of the Indigo Room's magical sort of currency cards. This one is imbued with natural magics. Very, very well imbued. This one seems to bear the marking of a queen. So the queen of... we'll say spades.
So the queen is the traitor.
Yeah.
Methinks we're not going to be going anywhere anytime fast.
I'm gonna... So, Rock, you've got Ember over here now?
I don't know. I whistled.
It doesn't seem like Ember's coming. Although it has only been like 15 minutes, and it took you guys a few hours to walk out here. In fact, it is getting pretty close to about noon at this point. So you guys are fairly tired. To go on for too much longer would risk exhaustion.
I'm gonna mutter my breath. It's like we're gonna have to work on that. Just taking down notes.
Now, when the creature fled, are we still in the treadmill, or did the spell break?
Spell has broken.
Okay.
You are now in the normal jungle.
All right. And did you say what the stone was?
Not yet. I was actually about to get to that.
Okay.
The stone is actually a limited use pocket encyclopedia made by a company whose name you really can't make sense of. It has a lot of J's and I's in it.
Gizzards in Jost?
I have no idea. It does not look pronounceable by, with a normal mouth and tongue.
Oh, I put on my helmet. Comprehend languages.
No, the encyclopedia is limited use, and this one has 1 charge left, and it will answer any question that you might have.
I'm going to take the stone and I'm gonna put it in the gilded lockbox I have on me.
Would you rather put it in? Would you rather put it in the extra dimensional chest that we have?
No, because if you have it, you're gonna ask it some really weird question. I'm gonna ask it. Me and Rock will ask it some really stupid question.
You're not
Eric's
wrong.
might have a reasonable reason to use it, but we can just lock it away for now. Does that sound fair?
Where'd my firebolt spell? Oh, it's right there.
No?
Really? Why are you looking up your firebolt?
Because I had it saved to like the quick thing at the bottom of the page, but it was missing. I was like, where is it? Oh, it's right here.
I'm gonna lift and
Yeah,
fell.
that works. I will help lift
cool.
Infel.
Alright. The 2 of you are able to lift him fairly easily.
Oh, I do the Tensor's floating disc. And I conjure some blankets for him to lay on.
Alright, you lay him down on the stretcher. Or would you keep carrying him?
If there's a stretch, probably laid him down on it.
Yeah.
I'll shoulder Zell.
Alright.
There's probably enough space for Zell on there.
There is. It's
yeah, there would be enough space.
Oh yeah, I guess I should say Raku's visible now.
He'll have to sit up, I guess. It's 3 feet in diameter. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was.
You're able to cram him on there. Don't worry.
I thought it was so much bigger than that.
So, what now?
Taking the injured handbag back to our village, camp, mini fortress,
Compound.
Fortification.
fortification.
I don't know, at
Our
this point it might
home
be
base.
pretty close to village.
Headquarters.
Settlement.
Our office building.
Our abode.
We'll take him back home.
You guys.
Rakuu will kind of be on lookout with Charla ready in case something shows up, ready to fire.
Alright. Without too much issue, you finally arrive back at camp, having trudge through the blazing heat and stifling humidity, along with quite a few stinging insects, racking up a full point of exhaustion as you basically drag yourselves back in through the front gates.
What insects are stinging scales?
Quite
Especially
vicious
since I have
and
the,
large mosquitoes.
Especially me, because I have the harder dragon scales, which make my AC
So-
bigger.
Yeah, so do I.
They can still kind of clamber along and find gaps in between the scales. Additionally, some of them are quite adventurous and go for the insides of your ears, for those that actually have ears. You've had to blow quite briskly out of your nose to keep insects from going in there. In addition, they're quite attracted to the eyes.
We're talking about the jungle.
Yes, the
Jungles
Kerr
always
crawler does
have the most terrifyingly large and persistent bugs.
This is also the jungle of Chult, which I personified to Turbo Vietnam.
So Koba has a Kerr collar. He's like a bug zapper because bugs just get blown off with force, and just randomly.
Turbo
there's
Vietnam, so you
there's
mean
little-
Thailand?
There's little all around him.
I've been in the jungles of Thailand. That's not great.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we are getting back. We'll get Infel and probably Zell to the infirmary, and I will tend to them.
Alright. While you were away, actually, and as you're kind of going through the front gates, a disruption has broken out. About 20 or so kobolds, actually around 40 or so, have been split and are currently engaging in sort of a childish spat at one another. And as you actually open the gates, you witness one of the kobolds hurling a quite sizable stone at another across the divide. As various insults are hurled, you notice that one of them seems to be the target of most of the abuse, and is being shielded by a handful of other kobolds as they kind of huddle around him. And yeah.
Rakuu is going to shoot up in the air and yell, "Enough!"
A handful of them yelp as the commotion dies in almost an instant, your gunshot cracking off into the distance.
I'm gonna walk to the center of the two sides.
Hey
I'm
Dova,
gonna say, "What the hell is going on here?"
Cobalt?
if anyone tries any more aggressive motions after that, I'm gonna banish them.
You're
Just
just
hold
gonna
them in
banish him?
Put them in timeout for
Oh,
me.
yeah. I
Oh,
do
not
know.
that
I
kind of banish. I can't do that. I'm not the leader.
yeah,
I do not banish.
straight up just excommunicate him.
Digi, we're getting background noise from you.
Oh,
So,
Eric's will be in the center as well.
Rakuu, I got the first part of that. What did you say in the second?
He's gonna walk to the center of them, kind of like spinning around to address both sides and go, "What the hell is going on here? I want some answers now."
One of the... We'll say... We'll kind of make this very clear. And we'll say the side that is shielding the one kobold and had the rock thrown at them, we'll say that is the red side. And the side that threw the rock, we'll say that's the blue side. One of the members of the blue team kind of perks up, and as he actually states this, he gets angrier and angrier and starts to point fingers over at the other side.
Church,
he
speak
says-
clearly.
Sorry?
Why are you interrupting?
Church, speak clearly.
He points over. He points over to the kobold cowering on the red side and kind of blurts out. He tried to take command. He wanted to take over. Also, we think he's been stealing from the stockpile.
You, get over here. Get in the middle, now. And then he points to the one he was accusing. You, also over here. Everyone else, watch and be quiet.
There's a few moments of Actually, could you give me an intimidation check?
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
I would like to point out that Rowan would be right next to me here.
Okay.
If that adds any credence to it.
The saber-toothed tiger that has routinely been very, very tempted to eat one of the kobolds.
Exactly.
He may get a chance.
Can Charla assist me?
In what
Rock would back you up.
I mean, he was firing. She was firing.
I was
I
more
will take it
referring
into
to.
account.
I was more referring to the
Just give me
saber-toothed
that
tiger.
dang
But
roll.
anyways.
It does not seem that they're kowtowing to you just yet, as the blue side retorts. One of them basically just blurting out from somewhere within the group. What was his name? Oh, fuck's sake, I just muted myself. As he blurts out, "There's nothing in the rules against that! The leaders were gone! We needed someone to lead!"
I thought we had
What about Gort-Gort?
Yeah.
Gort-Gort is nowhere around.
Where is Gort-Gort?
How long has that been a thing?
Not for very long, it seems. You distinctly remember him being there when you left.
We're gone for a day and you idiots fall apart already.
A few more waves of kind of insults and accusations go across from each side, until one of the kobolds on the blue side, the one that threw the stone, sort of angrily states, "We need rules. I don't think this will work out if we keep, just going by ear." As he kind of recounts a rather lengthy story about how some of his things have been stolen by some of the other members, and no real punishment was handed out. Because either nobody believed him or nobody really cared at the time.
Yeah, okay, but I also have a question. We left Sully here. How did this happen?
Yeah. That Rakuu was about to bring that up.
Sully, you were basically... Were you actually outside during this time, or...?
He
I
was
mean, I stayed at base. I was on the ship, but I was still in the village.
Yeah, Rakuu was about to address this.
If in the mansion, no sound really travels inside of it, so... But I would say that there's an increased amount of traffic coming in and out Some excited and also kind of angry whispers just outside the door would have roused you into actually heading outside. As you're kind of coming outside at just about the same time that this is all happening. And keep in mind, this is also happening fairly late in the kobold sleep schedule, as is. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and pretty much all of you are operating on fumes at this point.
So, Sully walked out at this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Rakuu is gonna shut them up again. How many of you went to him? And he points at him. Sully, one of the main leaders here, who is on base.
So
Which
he's
of
looking
you
around
guys
like,
talked to him?
what happened? What's going on?
I mean,
You see a lot of kind of shameful eyes just sort of downturn. As nobody seems to want to answer that question.
to be
so that's
fair, he's
nobody.
been
So no
gone
one-
for quite a while, so they probably don't really know him anymore.
There was
I taught classes. Also, what's happened?
there was also he taught them all. He was a part of the main group that we got him from the caves. He spent a lot of time. He probably spent the most time, like, teaching them and such.
Yeah.
So, you guys felt to take it upon yourselves rather than get a mediator because this is what you want. You just want nonsensical violence?
One of the people on the red team kind of pipes up. No, but and he seems to kind of trail off as he notices quite a few eyes kind of centered on him.
So it seems like we need some work here in this camp, and we need to delegate some people who have some sort of leadership qualities. And he points to the guy that was throwing the rocks. So we can keep people like him in line. Maybe some arbitrators that can bring some... so that you can bring these stories up to, or not stories, these claims about theft and wrongdoing. But we don't immediately jump to violence with our team. We are family. We look out for each other, especially here. If you don't want to listen to that, you can walk through that gate and start your own community. See how long that lasts. Anyone want to do that? Anyone want to leave?
Nobody really raises their hand.
Good. So it seems like we're gonna end this right now, and we're all gonna sleep, and we're gonna come back at this tomorrow.
Could I get an insight check from everybody?
I rolled a 15, but it faded in the mid-chat. Let me just roll again.
Yeah, roll again. Because that means you didn't quite make it into the chat box. Alright. Eric's, Sully, and Rock. You don't believe that this whole little spat is what's causing all the tension right now. You think that there's something else.
Alright, so what's really going on then?
You're not sure. What would you do to find out?
Kobold's gonna say out loud, okay, now who wants to tell the truth?
Cobalt, you would not know that there's something else going on.
What'd you say?
Rock's gonna walk up to the two main red and blue guys and look them dead in the face and say, "What are you hiding?"
There's a few moments of silence as and actually at this point I'd like the three of you who realized something else was going on, I'd like you to make a perception check.
Okay.
So Sully, Eric's, and Rock. Eric's? Could you give me a perception check, please?
Sorry, one sec.
Dova.
Yeah?
I guess before this goes like too far, because I want to make sure that it's known that I'm not meta gaming this. Rakuu was still going to was going to stay up for a bit and watch the main blue guys. They went to bed to see if he would try to attack again, like gaining fatigue points doing this.
Okay. And this, no time has really passed yet. We're still kind of in the midst.
No, I
of
know.
it, so-
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I wanted to make
And
those
Cobalt-
actions clear.
And Cobalt, you would not know what's going on. That something else is going on here. Oh,
Well,
left.
if Rock's talk doesn't work out, Sully was gonna ask something else. The group.
Rock. As you sort of dig a little deeper for information, the kobold in front of you, his demeanor kind of changes from indignation and kind of anger to it. His shoulders kind of slump, and he sniffles, and his eyes kind of turn to the side. And at this point, the three of you, Rock, Sully, and Eric's, you kind of look, your eyes kind of wander over to the bonfire in the middle of the camp. It seems to be burning a little bit more vigorously than normal, and you see kind of at the base of it a small pile of trinkets, a small coin pouch, a few decorational beads and leather straps, as well as a medicinal staff. The same one that Gort-Gort always had by his side.
So he's gonna look back and say,
At about this
Why?
point, the kobold in front of you, Rock, starts to kind of sniffle and cry.
What happened?
He kind of barely holds himself together as he kind of squeaks out. We went to go get Gort-Gort for dinner, but we found him in his bed and he wouldn't wake up.
Can I do a insight check on that?
Go ahead. That's the truth.
He's gonna raise up and look over the fire and just pat the kobold on his head and just kind of give him a very solemn, I get it look. And then he's gonna say, for reasons like this to happen, it does no good to break apart.
The kobold in front of you kind of slumps down a little bit and brings his arm up and wipes his eyes a little bit. And you see that as as the kobold in front of you breaks down, it's starting to spread to the rest of the kobolds. And after a little while, there's a small cacophony of little sniffles, and a few even start straight up sobbing. As the realization to the rest of you slowly sort of fades in that Gort-Gort is dead. The elder that's been with the tribe since you rescued them from the mountain is gone. In keeping with kobold burial traditions, he's been cremated while you were away.
Eric's will step over to the fire, kind of given a moment of silence, before he turns around and quiet or softly but loud enough that everybody can hear. There will be no more violence in this camp this evening. We will address these concerns on the morrow.
Why don't you just drop intel in front of all of them and let them see this is not the time for this?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Spreads.
No, it's not. But it's probably a rock idea.
Well, Eric's is the one talking right now, and that's not his idea.
The exhausted throng of kobolds eventually starts to kind of wind down, and pretty much all of them take one last trip past the bonfire, uttering a small prayer or a bit of condolences. Not really condolences, more comforting words to either themselves or to the spirits of Gort-Gort, as they slowly file back into their respective tents, shoulders slumped in almost defeat and just grief, as the camp quiets once more.
Eric's will remain by the fire and offer condolences where he sees them needed most.
All right.
Rockrock's going to take Infel to the infirmary.
Very well.
Wait, side note. Is Ember still in camp?
Yes.
Okay. He's going to glance an eye to her and just think to her, we're going to have to work on calling you. As he says with a smirk as he brings Infel into the tent.
All right.
You'll notice that Sully is following you, looking horrified at both what happened to Zell and Infel. Son of a bitch. What happened? How did you... Okay, I guess this is just what happened, isn't it?
As you two, four technically, head onto the ship and into the mansion. I'm guessing that's where you're going, right?
Yeah.
You would actually notice that a very well-built insignia has either been recently placed or recently uncovered just next to the entrance ramp, just to the side. And it has a stylized picture of a sort of a black and red reptilian face with a red circle and a slash just kind of overimposed on it.
Wait, where is this?
It is just to the side of the entrance. You hadn't really noticed it before, or it's new. You're not really sure which one. And as you're walking in, you kind of habitually dig your claws into the wood to get better traction. But as you're pulling your claws out with each step, you notice that the wood is gripping onto them rather tightly, almost pulling at them, as the wood actually mends itself below your feet, Rock.
I'm
It does
going.
not seem to have the same properties with Sully, though.
Huh.
I'm just gonna look at it and tap my toe, like hard to try to make another indent.
All right. As you do so, there's a small kind of notch cut by your rather sharp claw. As you kind of pull away, you can actually watch as it almost seals itself back up with a small sound of very quiet creaking wood.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll a d20. This is like giving a laser pointer to a cat. Alright. Okay, he's gonna take a mental note, but he's gonna continue bringing Infel inside.
Okay.
He will deal with that later.
All right.
He would have just dropped Infel right there and just started investigating it.
Straight up just drop him on the ground.
Yep.
All right, as you head into the fortress. Not fortress, mansion. So, you managed to get inside the mansion and set Infel down on one of the infirmary beds. A handful of servants are already by the bedside and start to tend to the wounds in a very simplistic way, like cleaning bandages, or not really cleaning bandages, but cleaning Zell and Infel, kind of just running damp rags over their scales and cleaning a lot of the gunk and dirt off, bringing various water, tidying the beds, stuff like that. Any sort of actual medical aid might need to be done by either, probably a real person.
Well, I'm just gonna say, Sully ain't gonna be leaving that room. Good luck, everyone else. He's got, well, his apprentice and an ex-boyfriend, pretty much, to tend to.
All right. Are you gonna do any actual medical aid, or are you just
Yes.
doing? All right, go ahead and roll a medicine check. All
Good
right.
enough.
You're able to tend to them fairly well, to the same ability that a nurse might have, but not anything too complicated.
Well, first, I'm also gonna try and figure out what is wrong, because this seems a little more than just injuries.
Okay.
This is compounded exhaustion and something else, maybe?
Arcana check.
I'd like a lucky that.
Both of us since we're there, or just him?
Just him, really.
Good enough, I guess.
You can definitely tell that a lot of these, not really injuries, but his state is kind of due to a surge in magical energy of some sort. You're not sure how it came about, the exact effects of it, or even what type of magic it was, but there's certain ways that the scales and flesh have kind of twisted and warped that kind of prove that that is what happened.
He's gonna look around and say, he was a paladin, right?
Last I saw, he was he ran off as a hulking mass of anger.
He turned into you?
I'm just gonna look at Sully just downphones like no one could turn into.
I can't think of a more apt description, though.
I shrug. Is there a check I could do to connect the two? Because I have an idea what it is, but I don't think Rockruff will get to that conclusion.
Sully didn't
I
see
don't know
it
if you would be
so...
versed enough in magic to be able to make that deduction.
Unless Sora tells him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think he would be smart enough to ask her about this. I'm gonna jump on a limb here. Can I do a medicine check to see if it looks like it's self-inflicted wounds almost?
I would say that would be more of an insight check-ish. Because, yeah, you're kind of trying to look at the wounds and seeing if Info would have been the one to inflict them.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
trying not
So
to
I'm back. What's up?
metagame.
Something in your gut tells you, in a way, yes. It might not have been him, you know, grabbing down at his arm with his own claw and kind of ripping it up, but it doesn't seem like all of these wounds were inflicted by an outside source. Hi, Cobalt. How are you?
Hi, I'm back. What I miss?
Quite a bit. Not gonna lie.
Gort-Gort's dead.
Yep. I think that's really actually it.
Something's weird with the ship, and Infel is interesting.
Yes. Also, Zell's probably there too, not doing as well.
Mm-hmm.
You guys broke up
Zell-
for most of that. You guys broke up for most of that. I seem to be having really bad internet connection. Every once in a while.
That's a shame.
I'll type it out
I still
for you.
didn't hear what you said, but I'm sure if anything important happens. Okay. Oh no! What happened?
Gort, by the way.
That's what I thought I typed.
Typed
I'll still
in-
stick with it. I'm playing my
Good
character,
lord,
damn it.
You typed in Gort-Gort.
And you said is died.
Is died.
That's not wrong.
Yes, it is.
Christ.
Don't let Rock be a diplomat. That's all I'm saying.
Something's weird with the ship. Have we cast detect magic on it?
Not yet.
I guess I'll start doing that.
All right. You would notice that a small bit of the magic that was kind of inactive or sort of hibernating until now is now active. It seems that it is a repair or a damage resistance spell attuned to one type of creature or individual creature. And it seems by the small emblem next to the entrance that that creature is Rock. Of course, the repair will kind of bleed over and into damage caused by other creatures, but it seems mostly to be active against Rock. In fact, it seems that it will, with exception to overwhelming amounts of damage, either nullify, shield against or otherwise quickly repair damage directly or indirectly caused by rock.
This
Did Eric put
was
this on?
this was an influence. One of our former viewers decided to leave parting gifts. This one was specifically for Eric's, and yeah, it's basically rock insurance.
Yes.
Considering
I'm
that
gonna have to
90%
contest
of the
that.
damage to this ship has been caused in some way by rock.
Did I get a gift?
How well that holds up right there.
You'll have to see.
I think your premiums are gonna go up.
Alright, but that's the only magic we see? I see.
The only magic that has changed or you did not notice since last time.
Hmm. I'm gonna explore the ship using the tuner, looking through the tuner.
Okay. You would notice that there are a small number of magical sort of enchantments. Small stuff like a door that will lock and only open to an authorized passcode. It seems to be one of these smaller broom closet doors. A handful of floating lights that kind of meld into the wood girdering, and on a command word, they'll kind of float out and light up the inside of the ship without any flames. And the repair, of course, it seems to be able to very slowly repair minor damage to the ship. And after, actually no, never mind. Yeah.
So what exactly was weird with the ship?
That.
Oh, Rock's whole thing. That was the weird thing. Look at me looking for something even more important.
I just, because of Rock was carrying Infel, I rolled a d20 to see if he would carry him or just drop Infel on the board and then just start investigating. Needs to say he's in the medical ward with Sully and Infel, so he does not know this.
And what exactly happened to Gort-Gort?
Well, it seems he's dead.
Yes, but how and why?
And nobody has really bothered to ask.
I'd imagine he just was in his bed and he died. Perhaps of old age?
We were told that he didn't wake up in his bed, and I mean, he was kind of up there. I personally would have just assumed he kind of passed away of old age.
But the body's a little ashy right now, so you can't really examination.
It's what?
It seems that Gort-Gort's body has been cremated at this point, as you're keeping with kobold burial traditions.
I see, okay. Alright, well, I guess that's, thank you for filling me in.
No problem.
Did we ever figure out what else the kobolds were upset about?
As you guys get together for dinner, for one last little meal before bed, you kind of confer among yourselves and figure out that that's probably what they were bickering about, just kind of masked under everything else.
Gort-Gort?
Yep. They were either distraught about it and kind of lost focus or something like that.
We should We should let them vote on who the next chief should be, like besides us. As I'm eating dinner. I don't hear any
Eric's-
objections, so that means it keeps we do it.
That sounds good. I think we should find some that are, good. We don't exactly want to. We don't want to let them, vote in the village bumpkin.
I see. So we're not doing classic democracy. We're doing American democracy.
I mean, this is an oligarchy between us.
Yeah.
yeah, let me
I'm
besides
not
the
exactly
oligarchy.
voted into my position here.
I know. I mean,
just.
besides the oligarchy.
We are a council.
That's exactly what an oligarchy is.
Of murder.
Oh, that's the different one. We don't let them know about that.
Hey Dova,
Though,
Yeah?
as dessert, I'm gonna ask for an enormous wedding cake.
This
With ice
servant
cream.
that takes the order for you has a brief flicker of emotion where it kind of shows a little bit of a bit of frustration and a little bit of kind of like restrained disgust at what you're about to eat. It makes its way back to the kitchen.
when he goes
Man.
off, Koval's gonna say, "I heard humans have these things. I wonder what they taste like. They must be pretty special."
Man, Cobalt is that special boy when he can make a non-sentient unhappy.
does Raku's helmet make him feel anything in this situation?
It doesn't seem to work on magical projections.
I still don't know what it does. It makes me feel something during a certain situation.
Yes.
What the hell?
You
It's like
get the
face
hint
that-
that it might have something to do with maybe a life or death situation, as opposed to a mundane day-to-day thing. It seems to be what these magical enchantments are all about.
All right, I'll keep it. I'll just keep wearing it, and then if I need to, I'll just switch to my comprehending helm. But afterwards, I put the helmet back on.
All right.
Does it give me like a quarter more AC?
I will say if something bonks you on the head, then you can. I guess you can have one more AC if it's aimed specifically at your head.
The
All
helmet.
right.
Other than
Brock,
that, I guess I'll work on the golem that I've been making
All right.
but
Actually,
on
you
the
know what?
for
topic-
dinner.
I got something for you.
Okay, I'm listening now.
This is for Rakuu.
Oh, never mind.
If
Uh-huh.
if a ranged attack were to crit, it would no longer crit and instead be a regular. I'm sorry, no. It would instead bounce off the helmet, leaving a sizable dent, as the helmet does not provide the same bonus anymore.
Oh, okay.
Or even better, after deflecting a hit, you are magically obligated to remove the helmet and check the dent, leaving your head open for further attacks.
Jeez. So instead of adamantine, this is one mantine.
This is one, man.
Subtract a mantine.
Subtract him, Anthony. That's pretty good.
But yeah, I'll work on my golem. You gotta be. I'll be right back though. I'm doing laundry and stuff.
Okay.
Oh man, so am I.
After
But, so-
the fire and all the kobolds went to bed, Eric's would have stopped into the infirmary to check on them real quick before grabbing the food.
All right.
And while we were at the table discussing like the leadership and whatnot, Rakuu would suggest once he's healed, Infil being like the arbitrator of the camp to help like settle disputes.
Okay.
Because a paladin, good person thing.
Mhm.
Doer
People,
of rights.
good people person, or in this regard, a good lizard.
hmm
A good non-bucket lizard.
Non-bucket.
Non-bucket. He's a lizard person. He's not a kobold. Kobolds are bucket lizards.
Why are they bucket lizards?
Because they're the
A
size
bucket.
of almost a bucket, and they're like mini dragons.
Inf-
They're bucket lizards.
So then, is he a barrel lizard?
Maybe.
This just opens more questions.
You're welcome.
Like, why do I have Canadian change?
Why do you have? Why do Canadian quarters always show up in my ashtray? Why?
I don't know.
Because you
Why do I
asked
keep?
Because
Why do I keep finding Canadian?
your Canadian neighbors simply want to apologize for your smoking habits.
Hmm.
And
Why
that
do I
is
keep
how
finding
they...
Canadian change in Utah?
Because reasons.
There's a question.
That's true.
Anyways, I split that healing between both Infel and Zell. The first two probably
Alright.
on Zell, the last three on Infel.
Very well. Their condition is definitely improving, and it seems that they'll probably be awake in after a good few hours of rest.
You got restoration by any chance?
Spending all the spells right now.
I mean, I've got three level 2 spell slots, and I do have lesser restoration.
I mean, why not just make sure at this point?
That's a good idea. I will put one on each. I actually put 2 on Infel.
Yes, he's a little fucked up, isn't he?
Very.
Is there a spell that can act for either healing or restoration, or am I thinking like lay on hands, higher level?
I believe you're
You're
thinking of
probably
lay on
thinking
hands.
Lay on hands.
Okay.
Paladin, heal thyself.
Hmm.
Yeah, after that and food, we will bed down.
All right. The the rest of your afternoon and evening passes without much event. Eventually, as the camp stirs and everyone starts to sort of come to and start their daily routines, the camp is somber, quiet, very little conversation from the kobolds as they come to the breakfast table. It definitely does seem to be. They all seem to be deeply affected by all this.
Did we get our little town hall / bunkhouse done?
Yes, you would have gotten that done by now.
Okay. Well, in that case, after everybody has had a chance to eat, we will go and have a meeting in the town hall.
All right. Everybody else?
Doing that.
All right. Cobalt,
Um,
Rakuu, Sully.
I said what I
Yeah,
was doing. Cobalt is AFK.
Okay.
I'm just still doing nursing duties.
All right.
I'm with Eric's.
Rock Rock.
I would stay with Sully.
Okay. You two are
I
going to be in
would-
the infirmary, as it's fairly quiet in there at the moment. There is the sort of hoarse and raspy breathing of Infel as he quietly rests there. I don't know why I said slowly rests. He rests at the same speed as everyone else.
Hey, Dova, you want to do a long rest on us?
Yes.
I would pull...
Doing it now.
I prefer that we have most of us there. Sully, if you could
Yeah.
please come for this meeting. He'll be alright for a little bit, and then you can come right back, alright?
Sully?
I mean, you'd probably have to pry me out of that room unless it's just for eating.
Rock picks Sully up and huck him off the shoulders and just
Nerd.
go.
God damn it, Rock Rock, the one person who can pry me off.
And just go, let him rest. We got other pressing matters to deal with right now. And just carry him off. Still holding him on his shoulders.
You resist, Sully?
A little bit. I'm just gonna make a strike check to see how much.
All right. It's just kind of like a token resistance.
We'll see. Decent resistance. Rock Rock could probably beat that with one arm, but
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll?
Also, there is the other arm.
okay, I'm rolling again then.
The other
As
arm
you're-
that can
as you're
literally
kinda
just
like-
mummify you.
As you're kind of like given a token resistance, like, okay, Rock, you can put me down, I can walk myself, and you look over to the side and you see his other arm kind of reaching up to help out his one normal arm, at which point you put up a real resistance. Go ahead and... You want to do athletics versus athletics, or acrobatics?
I'll do acrobatics to
Wanna do
escape, and he can roll whatever he wants.
Okay. It's going to be athletics for whoever tries to hold it.
I'll hold it.
I
Alright.
feel like everyone's reaction to Rock
Aha.
Rock's arm is like the butler in Scary Movie 2.
Oh my
The little arm.
goodness.
Would I get
grab my
advantage if I'm
strong
using
arm.
if I'm using both arms?
You grab my little arm.
Strong arm.
You keep that away
Sully
from me.
says no.
No, it's alright. Get those mashed potatoes nice and mashed.
So you just want me to roll athletics?
Yeah, go ahead and roll athletics. As a quite vigorous struggle erupts as Sully successfully manages to wriggle out of your grasp without ever getting touched by your left arm.
It's like touching somebody with a wet sock.
No, no, no.
Oh
The
yeah.
arm looks sad.
Of how the orb has its own sentience, apparently.
Still, it was quite a good match.
Sad arm.
If you'd also rolled the 20,
The one
it would have
time.
been a grappling for the decades.
Yep. Don't touch me with that thing. It just wants to love you. Why won't you accept it?
I'll cut it first.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I'll love it when it's on fire.
Alright, so town hall meeting.
Town hall meeting.
Town hall meeting.
Town meeting tonight.
Start ringing the bell in the town square.
Rock, rock,
man, I
ding,
was,
ding, all
ding.
strides.
Man, the first thing that came to mind was bring out your dead, but that's kind of messed up in this situation.
I'm not dead yet. Oh wait.
Yeah,
I'll see
he
you next
is.
See, I'm fine.
He's really dead.
I'm getting better.
I'm getting better.
I was turned into a newt. It got better.
I got better.
Got better.
A newt.
By the way, this was in my mind when you were talking down the crowd. Didn't actually escalate like this, but
Anir,
King.
Anir, the arm is not Eldritch. It is Druidic.
It's
kind
Fey.
of.
It's Fey.
It is technically Fey.
Either way, it's
Rock,
not
rock, rock.
Eldritch.
Eldritch. Also,
Anyways, we are heading to...
it's Eldritch, not Eldrick.
I don't give a damn.
Fine,
It is not that.
fine.
What you know is that it's actually demonic.
Ooh,
It is not demonic.
it's rad as hell. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. It
Rock
is
Rock loves his
awesome.
arm. It is his arm. It is his best buddy.
And once
You
Rock
know, I
figures it
also-
out, it can even change shapes and stuff.
You know, I have a special ability pretty much now saved specifically for that arm.
Exorcism.
No. I do have that old skill that I've not used in a very long time called Is It Ugly? Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
I have that as well. I have a
I
version of that as well that I always want to use, but I don't have a reason to.
Me neither, but
Rock Rock is the reason now. I don't even remember what that does.
if I have to, I will use that. It's
you
once a
have-
day, but I'll use it. It's
Rock, do you have one of those? I thought it was just me and Sully.
just me and Sully because we took a trip past the
Just
door.
you and yourself.
Yeah.
Sully,
Yeah,
you said you and Sully.
Ye-
Sorry.
I
Alright,
forgot about
Continue.
I don't remember it at all, but... Anyways, we are all gathering everybody into the town hall. And I would mean everybody. Except for
You-
obviously Zell and Infel, because they are still in, you know...
Did you leave any guards? Because at all times you pretty much had at least one kobold kind of roaming the different guard
I'd have
towers.
Ro on
Alright,
patrolling as well as Kale.
Okay.
They're not.
By the
I mean,
way,
they're not
Eric's, I
constant.
think, you know the follower limit in like Fallout? I think you're gonna hit that soon.
I
yeah,
have
it's
two.
limited with mods.
That's true. We are playing with a lot of mods, so
Rock
I
Rock would
only
have
have
left
two.
Ember to guard.
Basically, we have all of our companions patrolling and watching, and Kale especially can just instantly tell me, hey, there's something attacking.
All right.
How far is the
Is-
cart from the town hall?
Roughly 120 feet of movement, because you have to get in, like up the ramp, around the corner, and then into the cart.
How about the edge of the ship?
Edge of the ship is more like 60 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant.
Okay. What's he gonna do?
He's gonna patrol and let me know if anything weird comes up.
All right. As he kind of actually, he's not very visible, unseen. Apparently that's how. Okay.
Eric's is in his full finery, which is basically just his normal clothing plus his hat, which I
Okay.
really need to
The
get drawn.
captain hat.
Yeah. I need to get my hat drawn.
Excellent. I mean, there's plenty of drawings of captain's hats, so.
Well, I mean Eric's with his hat. And the magnificent feather, which I could
keep
probably
that sucker on there.
Huh?
I'll Photoshop that sucker on there.
No, I'll just go to the artist later.
Okay.
I'm sure she could draw it onto the existing stuff. Just have a giant feather that covers your face. I'll move Eric's over to the left side of the group picture just so the feather just completely covers you up.
Ugh.
Anyways.
So, as the kobolds gather and sort of gather whatever seating they could find, and just others sitting and standing, you eventually gather a town hall meeting. And as the last of them file in, you all are seated at the same table which you used for the delegation of Grung. You all are seated there along with, I suppose you would probably have Gestalt sort of backing up the on one of the sides. All right. Who is sitting where? In regards to like left to right or maybe center, sort of outwards.
Well, considering
Rakuu,
that...
I would assume Eric's is in the very center. Rakuu is going to be on one of the edges.
Sully, I would have right next to me.
Probably, yeah.
I'd probably
Okay.
be next to Sully.
Alright, so then that puts Cobalt on the other side of me. Between me and Rakuu. Rakuu, if he's dumb, slap him upside the head.
Alright.
Is he even here? Oh, he's not even in
No.
Fantasy Grounds.
Cobalt, no.
Jeez.
He's having internet problems.
Oh. Did he say that in voice or
Yep.
something?
He also posted it in Discord.
Oh. Sorry.
He also said he's doing laundry.
Yeah, I heard about the laundry, but anyways. Moving on, we will...
Talk about the laundry.
No, we will write our constitution of Koboldia.
You guys still do need to find a name for your settlement.
It's the pending.
Yeah, that's how we called it, the pending.
Didn't I? Everybody liked.
I think you came up with a name we liked. But right now it's
Yeah, I
just the
think so,
pending.
too.
Did you guys ever write it down though?
I know it's
No.
somewhere in the group channel.
We don't have a scribe.
I'm
It's
Our
somewhere in
minstrel
there.
had left us by then.
looking at it. Oh, I'll get back.
Didn't we dedicate it to someone?
I don't remember.
Don't think so. Well, chat, come help us come up with names for our little settlement.
Oh,
We
I
got a
found
chat
it.
to do it for us. What'd you find?
Let me post it because there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to say that.
Oh yeah, Isla de Lagritos.
Ila.
Isla.
Is that something about lizards?
It's the island of mini lizards.
Yeah. Thought so.
Except the island is called Chult.
Not when we're done with it.
The new explorers come to Chult, and it's just covered in a giant metropolis of kobolds.
Yeah, it's gonna go from Chult to chopped.
Yeah.
Apparently, Kobold's internet has stopped working altogether. You have a phone. Alright, so I guess it is Isla de Lagritos. Or we could just call
Spanish or?
it Largaritos. I kind of
Yep.
like the Largaritos.
Either way.
Anyways. Near, I don't know if he ever got that totem. Dove, if you want to check the chat. Stream chat.
Sure. Yeah. It's on, oh, hello.
That was Cobalt. He immediately
Hello,
muted
Cobalt.
himself. Probably using his phone.
Ah, it would make sense. Oh, right, that. I completely forgot about that. I'm gonna be honest. Let me get back up with exactly what it
Forgot about
does.
what?
Something.
Thanks, Dova.
Something very important.
In the meantime,
is not-
Rock is idly just poking his arm with his tail.
It's feeling a lot more like beef jerky at this point.
Oh yes, we're getting improvements.
Very
All right.
soft beef jerky, that is.
I will. Can I like can I have had a gavel or something already?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can definitely have a gavel.
You found
As
a meat
the-
tenderizer in the kitchen.
Sort of distracted chattering of the kobolds is kind of cut short, and as it dies down from the rather loud banging of the gavel on the table, you notice that you might have been a bit enthusiastic, and you've left a gavel-sized dent in the wood.
I'll use Druidcraft to fix it.
All right. Everyone kind of stares as you cast a spell on the table. You hear a few whispers among the crowd.
Alright. So, while we are absent from the camp, we need leaders. It seems I am in need of a new first mate. Who do you recommend?
You wanna go for Gestalt?
Where's Iastal?
In the cave?
Let's see.
Iastal was my kind of like second first mate kind of idea. Because she's simply not all there.
Wouldn't she just get promoted then?
The reason why she's not already full first mate is because she's just not all there mentally.
I don't know if she'd want to lead the kobolds anyway.
Yeah, there's that too. Not to mention the kobolds would probably prefer to have their own representation. You know, aside from ourselves, who are also kobolds.
We do have a few named kobolds if they'd like to step up, now would be the time.
We do!
So, viewers, how about it? Who wants to be the kobold representative?
Yeah, if you have a named kobold, just the person who has the highest donation at the end of 5 minutes.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Lobbying? Excuse me?
Let's not get too
this outta
political
here.
here. I was trying to be nice.
Let's
I
joke.
mean, I'm okay with that idea.
Of course you
Keep money out of politics.
So like real
Get
politics.
this, yeah, get this astroturfing campaign out.
Well, as far as kobolds that we have that are the highest level, that would be Rizaroth with Atet the Blood Hunter. I think he might want to change that. I don't remember for sure. And then, of course,
Dova
we've got
still hasn't
Zell.
given me an answer on whether or not he wants to keep that whole thing. Dova?
It's still something I'm figuring out.
Keep what whole thing?
All right, I'll check 3 months in the future. Maybe that'll give me enough time.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I asked him if he wanted to let the name kobolds use unearthed arcana races to stick with PHP, and he hasn't gotten to me. How
Yeah.
many
about
months
it.
has it been, Dova?
Yeah, I'll think about it. I'm still thinking about it. Good lord.
September.
Anyways.
Dova, did you decide?
Good lord.
How about now?
Oh, Dova, I missed our 1 month anniversary of when I first asked. It was yesterday. I'm so sorry. I should have got flowers or something.
All you have to do is be awake at 3 a.m. Mountain Time, and Dova will be on Discord posting stuff.
3 a.m. Mountain Time or like 7:15 precisely. If it's 7:16, you missed him.
Are you guys gonna actually do this goddamn meeting or what? Good grief. I'm being personally attacked and I don't feel comfortable, alright?
Anyways.
Alright, so I guess Cobalt's gonna visit Astal to at least ask if she wants to attend while you start doing all this.
Yeah, that would be good.
She's been more mentally stable recently.
So those of you in the chat, any of you with your named kobolds, Buizels and Rizaroth?
Watch they not even be in the chat stream right now.
Yeah, I was about to say they're not.
Well, Rizaroth is there, I know for sure, but Anir, you want to make a kobold?
Anir already has a character.
Yes, but it's not a kobold. Unless the shopkeeper suddenly speaks up for them and is out of his shop.
Yes.
And Buizel's right there. With a question mark and a face.
That reminds Rock, he's got to go back and get some camels.
Oh, we go to get camels?
Oh, we're gonna go we'll go get some camels later.
Alright, sounds good.
Cobalt kind of ducks away from the meeting and heads off to meet with Ayastal in her cave. It doesn't seem that many of the kobolds really want to nominate themselves as of the moment. However, one of them kind of raises their hand meekly and kind of, during a lull in the discussion, kind of pipes up and says, "Well, what about Infel?
Yes.
I think he was a pretty good leader from, because we worked with him a lot and we kind of liked him."
Out of character. Because this has been up in the air for a bit. Digi, are you sticking with Sully as your character now?
Yes, I've told Dova Sully's going to be my character.
So you'd be okay with Infeld just not really being part of the story, just, well, he'll be... You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, not in the main party. Because well, I suppose you'll figure it out later, but something bad has happened to Infel. Something really bad.
Yeah, we have talked about it out of game.
Well, if something bad happened to him, do we want him as the leader?
It's not affected his leadership abilities.
Okay.
Also mean.
It's a simple fact!
Fucking got him.
You don't go and get some senile old man to go lead a group.
Ooh, senile?
Senile.
Oh.
Excuse him.
Fighting words. Rabble.
It's just a fact!
Oh no, do you ditch your friend because he hurt his arm?
We're
Jesus.
not ditching him. We're
That's
just...
a big oof from me.
It's simply a difference between him actually being the leader or part of it. Part of the followers.
So what you're saying is he's grounded and he can't leave the camp.
Ah, memories.
Oh, I got a big sneeze.
Bless
Come on.
you.
And now the main character starts fighting.
Fuck you.
Well, I think Infil can be the leader, and Zell can be his assistant. Is what Weasels is trying to say.
I thought Zell was already like the group, the tribe doctor or something like that.
He was Sully's apprentice. I don't know if he was a doctor. He just casted healing spells.
You know what? Why not have all three?
3 leaders.
That way, if there's kind of more of a council kind of thing.
Actually, that's a significantly better idea than having one leader.
Yeah.
I like that.
That way, in case, they don't wake up, rather, we don't come back to the camp with another repeat of the Gort-Gort incident.
Tet, Infel, and Zell.
Okay, so Tet can be in charge of the hunters and stuff like that. Zell can be the what's it called? Doctor Squad?
Shamans?
Doctor Squad.
I don't know. I was thinking dividing up duties so that they have their own specialty, but they can also get advice from the others.
Medic team.
Lead caretaker.
Medic Corps, thank you. That's a great one. That's a great term.
Alright.
I like Doctor Squad, though.
So we'll kind of, I guess, Dova, just to kind of speed things along, we will kind of just be discussing things along these lines in character, if that's okay.
Okay. Cobalt. You sort of basically just waltz right into her basement again, teleporting right through the rock which she's put up in place. You can tell that the rock has been kind of adjusted to be a bit more sturdy, but that gap still exists, so you just go right through it.
sometimes I forget the rock is there.
Yep.
I mean, as long as I can see on the other side, I don't even need to use a spell slot. I can just use the benign transposition.
You mean the Benjin transposition?
The very same.
But yeah, you would find her currently just kind of nodded off in the corner. The mouse seems to also be asleep, curled up in its small cage.
Hold up.
But
This
Raw.
is kind of. Sorry, this is super random, but this is kind of weird. YouTube is down.
Like down?
Wait,
That's good.
YouTube?
Oh,
Like you can type, it'll bring up videos, but nothing plays.
I'm not even getting anything. Oh goodness! Excuse.
What happened? When
What
has
is-
Google ever lost anything?
There's just like nothing.
That's really weird.
It pulls
Everyone
up
check
the
Google at the-
YouTube,
everyone
the
yeah,
whole
at the
top
same
bar,
time and
but
make
the
it
rest
crash
of it is
further.
not loading.
Hear
You
that,
can-
viewers? Go to
you
YouTube
can-
right now and make it crash more.
You can search stuff in the box, and it'll bring up the video list, and if you click on anything, it just goes to an error.
This is of great importance. The meeting has been adjourned for YouTube.
This is really important.
Our society is down.
I looked at it on my phone and it says there's a problem with the network. 503.
Goodness.
Oh wait, I retried and it's back.
So Twitter
And-
definitely is trending with this. Hashtag YouTube down.
Yeah.
Somebody says YouTube ain't down. Net neutrality just kicked in.
How long's it actually been down?
Ugh, the worst.
For
I know,
the
it was running-
last... Looks like almost an hour now.
Yeah.
Pakistan causes YouTube outage for 2/3 of world.
Really?
What's happening here?
How did they accomplish this?
Was this today?
I love how there's a down detector thing on Twitter, and it's literally like, YouTube is having issues since 1412. Great. What time zone?
UTC probably.
I don't know if this is today. Let me see. The block was intended to cover only Pakistan, but extended to about 2/3 of the global internet population. No, but that's saying Sunday, and I don't know what that is or when this came out.
It's not UTC.
Yeah, there's nothing from the YouTube Twitter. It's just... Huh.
Interesting.
Anyway,
The West Coast got nuked. That's
um,
obviously what happened.
It's okay in here.
No, that's East Coast. Come on. We're talking Spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Whatever.
And big iron, big iron.
You try to rush the mayor with the big
no,
Big
my
iron
battle
on
cry
his
may
hip.
give me away.
Big iron on his head.
Dova, Buizels has redeemed an ethereal influence.
Yeah?
Saying, fix YouTube, Dova.
Okay. Hold on.
I know with heap report. Time for it to happen.
Yeah, Reddit is still on the line. How about we... Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna patch YouTube through Reddit. Going into effect in soon.
Alright, guys, my Google Plus
Okay.
profile is still up. It still has nothing on it.
Yeah, I got nothing for Google Plus.
Or maybe
That's
this is
it.
just it
I
normally.
wonder if this is just because everyone's continuously refreshing YouTube.
Honestly, it's possible that it's staying down because of that.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Everybody
completely
knows,
miss the
and they're
part where I
like,
said-
oh god, what are we doing?
Did you guys completely miss the part where I said, hey, viewers, go check out YouTube now and make it crash more?
Session canceled. YouTube down.
So is the psychic convention's meeting? The psychic convention is canceled due to unforeseen circumstances.
Hang on, I
Oh,
gotta.
what?
I gotta, bank on this, man.
Alright, chat. Alright, follow me. Alright, go to YouTube. Let's see.
Press F5 as fast as
Gaming.
possible.
Just hold F5 down.
Yeah.
Somebody quick check YouTube stocks.
YouTube's back up. Let's go.
Alright, cool. Let's continue.
Oh, all is right with the world.
Oh,
Never mind.
it's super broken for me.
It was
Hey,
up for
it's
a
going
split
in
second.
and out. I just
They're
tweeted
probably
out
doing
saying,
this.
since hashtag YouTube down, come watch our stream live.
Hey.
Hey, you know what that means? We have to actually give them content now.
Good point. Let's get back to it.
Yes, let's actually fucking get back to it. So, Cobalt, you are now in Ayastal's sort of little cave bedroom. She is currently curled up in the corner, apparently either asleep or napping, along with her
Or dead.
pet mouse golem. I mean, it is
Alright,
kind
well,
of
good.
hard to tell.
Good news, Dova.
Yeah.
The Monty Python link that you sent earlier still works.
That's good. I actually had a handful of videos open and they still work.
All right, sorry.
I don't think Cobalt's gonna bother her. He was kind of iffy on whether or not he was gonna come get her anyway at the start,
Okay.
so he's just gonna leave.
Very well. So, you come back to the debate. What are you guys arguing about now?
Well, we established who would be the leaders, the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
We've
That would
got
be?
a Tet in charge of the hunting and gathering of supplies. Infel kind of overarching over the day-to-day operations. And then Bueasels, or Zell rather, is medical corps.
All
Yep.
right.
And like also the gatherings and like the fruit and vegetable gatherers and stuff.
I figured that would be under a Tet.
Oh, I thought he was. I guess hunter. Okay,
Yeah. While you're out there, might as well grab other stuff too.
that's true. Good point. Hey Dova.
Yeah?
I'm gonna get Rock's help and start making some not really crowns, more like circlets to denote their position.
Okay.
And they're gonna have little symbols on the front, showing what part of the thing they're in charge of.
All right. As you guys make little emblems.
Because
Do you want me to
Rock's
roll a
better
smithing roll?
metalworking than I am. I mean,
Sorry?
they're circlets. They're things you
I
put on
said,
your
do
head.
you want me to do a smithing roll or would just do it?
Sure. Let's see what kind of quality you can get out of these. Very nice quality. You've never really made jewelry, so you're kind of just going off of instinct. But
It's
you,
called a hubbard.
yeah, with Kobold's assistance and sort of artistic eye, you managed to put together a pretty nice series of little circlets.
Rock has strong instincts.
And then we give them to the three.
All right.
It's not really a royal crown kind of thing. It's more of a
Little...
badge of office.
Okay.
Rock would suggest a set of core rules that everybody would follow.
Code of conduct, or perhaps maybe a constitution,
Something like that.
even a bill of rights. Are we
We're
gonna get that
gonna-
into it?
We're gonna go with pretty much all that, yeah.
All right. What sort of rules are going to be on it?
Generally, from what I'm thinking is, no stealing from others, no infighting, all arguments must be dedicated between a higher up, supplies are shared, things like that.
Hey, Dover.
I think part of Zell's duties would be mediating between disputes. As you know,
Hey, Dover.
bard.
Cobalt?
I'm gonna chisel these rules into stone subs.
What?
Because why?
You gonna chisel them into stone slabs?
Yeah,
What sort of tools do you have available for that?
whatever I want.
Do you have a chisel?
Can.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot.
That
Ugh. You're killing me.
But yes, someone's gonna ask, "Hey, why don't you just write it on paper?" And Cobalt's gonna be like, "I don't know. This feels right."
This feels much more official. This is like a commandments level official.
Mm-hmm. And this way, it you know, lasts longer.
Oh, I got another one.
I actually have a note in the note section that is public for the village rules. If you want to add an entry. And be aware, these are kobolds, and kobolds by nature have rather short memories, so it would be
That's why I would
helpful to
write
have as few rules
Hey.
as possible.
Dova, we
You have to
cannot
unlock it.
edit. We cannot edit it. Also, you spelled village wrong.
Sure.
Village.
oh god, I'm contagious.
All right, Dova.
Yeah.
Number 4. Everyone has the right to bugbear arms.
Okay.
No one else thought that was funny.
I get it. The right to bear bugbears, D&D.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
The,
I'm gonna.
the right to bugbear arms shall not be
all right.
infringed.
You guys, that was a good time. I'm.
He's just gone.
All right.
Yes, that follows. That is exactly what I do in his situation. Also, gonna make are you gonna make the notepad editable?
Should be.
You click the little lock so
Where do I
that it
hit?
is unlocked.
It is unlocked.
It is not for me.
How do I give owners to everyone?
I don't know if that is possible, honestly.
Well, son of a bitch.
But that just means you get to write them in.
Yeah.
You get to do all the work for us.
Treat others the way you want to be treated.
Golden rule.
Exactly.
There's 5 rules right now. So right so far we have no infighting, no stealing, share supplies, the right to bugbear arms shall not be infringed, treat others the way you want to be treated. It seems that one of these rules is very, contrasting against the others.
You mean like the
Follow the
bugbear arms?
That one.
I kind of
Yeah,
want
that
to
seems
just
a little
remove
excessive.
that.
It's fine.
That was a joke.
Follow the.
I'm
the
sure
directions and
someone
words
thought
of
it
the
was
higher
funny.
What was that, Rock?
I said follow the direction and instructions of the higher ups.
Do we even need
Yep.
to say that one? Aren't they
That's
just gonna
called
do
follow
that?
I mean, we
sheep,
do.
man.
We came in with a fire and people throwing rocks at each other.
Well, yes, but that's because there was no leaders to follow. I feel like they'll just instinctively follow whatever leader they have. As kobolds do.
Kobolds, I like that.
I mean, other than those, especially the bugbear arms. Partial to those bugbear arms.
No bugbear arms?
Yeah, we deleted that one already.
Yeah,
See,
remove
we're a
that one.
communist state then.
Well, it's a given. They can defend.
Well, I mean, granted, we don't even know if bugbears are on this island.
We're just gonna remove it. Let's see. I don't know what else.
Could be short, sweet, and to the point.
Use common sense.
These are kobolds you're talking about.
Yeah, I was about to say that might not be helpful whatsoever.
Think of it like you're talking to Rock.
That treat others the way you want to be treated kind of over encompasses a lot of common sense, though.
It does. So
I'm gonna underline that one.
Okay.
So
Do we need
we've
any
got. I don't see
Like,
an
Dova
update
said
on
that
it,
they-
so
Dova said it's better to keep like a small amount of big important rules than try to control every aspect of their lives. You know?
yeah. So just
Besides-
basically do your duties.
Kobold writes jobs instead.
Duties.
Exactly.
Here you go.
Respect each other.
That's the.
I'm sure it goes under, but either way, I think that
I
would
wonder if
probably
there's
be
only
good.
Yeah.
I think we're probably good on those rules.
My rules aren't updating.
Yeah, they're not updating on my end either.
Dova, what'd you mess up?
Nothing.
Try clicking the little lock, and
There you go.
Yeah, it's
yeah, now we got it updated.
Thought we weren't gonna do the follow directions one because that's kind of implied.
okay. I can delete it.
Why not just leave
We're gonna
it?
do that anyway.
Okay, I
You're
think that's
trying to
good.
have so many rules.
Usually I
Alright.
just have a single rule on all of my community. Everything just has one rule. Use common sense.
And finish stabbing those that stabbed you first.
No!
Those aren't on your rules? Damn, I'm looking at... There goes my rules.
All right. So rules as of now for the village: no infighting, no stealing, share supplies, treat others the way you want to be treated, do your jobs, and respect each other. It seems pretty good.
Well, we'll open it up to the
What's in-
floor. Anything else we should
Question.
add?
What's in the center of the camp?
Bonfire.
That'd be a terrible place to put it.
Just go stick it in the middle of fire. All right, everybody. Whenever this calms down, there's the rules. But you have to catch them when it's calmed down. Otherwise, you won't see it until it calms down again.
We can inlay them in the table.
That seems dumb.
Hey, hang it in the
What?
town hall.
Then you go, what does the table say? Go to the table.
Yanks the tablecloth off, all the food flies everywhere.
Fucking hell.
What is number 4?
Okay, yeah, town hall works.
Yeah, just hang them right here in this building.
Wait, for some reason I thought we were in the mansion.
No, we can't
No,
fit
that'd be a
everybody in
terrible
the
idea.
mansion.
Yeah. Hey, Dova?
Yeah?
Could I have been doing this thing where I make 2 of them at the same time with Mage Hand and 2 chisels?
Give me a dexterity check.
Love to.
How many objects can you summon at a time?
Let me retry that one. That's better.
There's a few small mistakes that you make, but otherwise you think it might be a little faster than just one at a time.
Mending is a magic erase.
God damn it. All this goddamn magic.
Kobold is good at it.
The
That
magic
doesn't make
around
it
here
okay.
is too damn high.
Alright. Way too much fucking magic. But anyways, you guys have made a very small constitution and sort of a bit of commandments. The 6 commandments, that is. Alright, that's locked. It's actually in stone right now, so.
Literally.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah, works for me.
The Constitution of Lagaritos has been written and is now in effect. As the crowd of kobold constituents slowly start to take care of their daily business, as well, not yet, as the leader of the daily businesses, Infel, is not currently up and at him just yet.
Hey, Dova?
Yeah?
I want to use my sweet wand, but could
Okay.
I spend a lucky point to get something really, really big and extravagant?
I would say no,
Oh,
but I think that would be funny. So I'm just
What?
gonna roll. I'm gonna roll something just to find out.
okay.
It looks like Google
Does
Maps
the
might
wand
be down
specifically say? Does the wand specifically say baked goods?
too. Sweet stuff.
Let me see.
It is specifically sweets.
It says a random dessert.
Sure. Okay. After a few moments, in front of you on, I'm guessing on the table,
Yes.
a
It's gonna
quite
be-
interesting
everyone.
dessert appears in front of you. As with a very light clatter, a bowl full of what looks to be shaved creamy ice appears in front of you. However, the bowl is the interesting part, as it is the upper half of a human skull.
I thought you said it was large.
Well, not very large. I didn't say it was going to be large. Anyways,
I know, but
Only
I thought you said
could
large.
be. I mean, it is bigger than your head, so
Oh, I guess.
it is quite a lot of icy cream.
Can I identify it?
identify the sweets or identify the skull?
The sweets. I'm more concerned about that.
Okay.
Priorities.
It is indeed a rather rare treat of frozen milk, sugar, and various other flavorings like raspberry, blueberry, and what seems to be a little bit of vanilla.
I'm gonna write these things down.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome
Wait.
home.
Did I know what ice cream is? Guess it's pretty rare in this
You've
world.
heard about it before. You've never actually had it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna give the, I guess I'll taste it after I've written the ingredients down.
Very sweet, with a nice little citrusy, well, not really citrusy, but kind of a tart tang of raspberries and blueberries. It's very good. This is probably one of the best things you've ever had. Give me a Constitution saving throw. You're having the worst headache of your life right now.
I'm gonna take my thumb and press it up against the roof of my mouth.
Why are you doing that?
Because it gets rid of brain freeze.
You don't even know this is brain freeze. You've
Come
never
on.
actually eaten ice cream before.
Cobalt intuition.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm calling shenanigans on this.
Wait.
Sorry.
Ice
Hold on.
cream metagaming, alright.
Okay, that didn't help at all.
Get out of here with your ice cream metagame. As you watch Cobalt dig into a pile of what looks to be colored snow. Before, after a moment, he drops the spoon that was in the skull of ice cream and just kind of clutches his head and almost curls up into a ball.
Expands.
So he
Praise
just shakes his
the
head. Okay, now tell me why you ate something out of a skull.
Cobalt's gonna continue eating after the headache goes away.
It
Cobalt,
slowly goes
please.
away. You reach up, you take another few bites, the headache comes back.
I continue the cycle.
It's so good, but it hurts so much.
We all suffer for what we love.
One of my younger siblings did that same thing when he was young. We gave him his first ice cream cone, one of those courtesy little cones from McDonald's, except they kind of loaded it up with a lot more than just courtesy. And he was literally in tears as he was continually licking this thing. He would not stop. So yeah, basically.
My little cousin used to do that.
Poor.
Fucking Christ.
Alright, cool. If
Wait.
that's it, Cobalt's gonna take his delicious dessert and go work on his golem some more.
Alright. As you spend the next roughly 15 minutes finishing this off in sort of a haze of headaches and pure sweet bliss.
Is YouTube back?
Maybe? Survey says maybe.
Don't bring it up. Let's just assume it's down, because we had some people come out and stop by because YouTube's down, so, let's keep them. Hi, everyone.
I'm
Cobalt, I do not believe the Everfull pot works that way. Let me look at the actual item for it. No, it would. It works for cold water. So I suppose it might work that way. But you don't know actually how to make it.
That's what experimenting is for.
Fair enough.
I'll be back, but Rock's gonna pull Sully off to the side, but I'll get to that in a second.
Okay. As you two kind of meet each other behind the forge for a small talk. Eric's, what are you doing? Eric's in Rakuu, actually. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to get the kobolds organized a bit more, get a Tet set up for whatever he needs, and then I'll head back and check in on Infel and Zell.
All right.
Rakuu wants to ask Eric's if he can use the spyglass again.
Why don't you go get your own? I like my
let's
spyglass.
let me go down to the let me go back to the general market.
Oh yeah,
Go to the spyglass
let
store.
me just go down the street to the to Chult.
We've got the hidden city you could go to.
Well, that's a good idea. I forgot there's a store there. Rakuu will do that. He'll go to the hidden city.
As you are sort of inserting the key and keeping a glove handy, of course, for when it kind of heats up, there's quite a lot of resistance to the key, and actually, as you put a decent amount of force into it, it's not working.
Rakuu is going to remember this and go out of the mansion and look for a door within the airship.
Okay. There is the door leading to the captain's quarters. There's also a small door in like a broom closet. That's probably a good idea as well.
Yeah, I'll probably go inside the broom closet, close myself in, and put the key through the other side.
Yeah.
So, and before I go in the broom closet, I'll let me see. I want to roll perception to see if anyone sees me, or see if I see anyone.
Okay.
17.
It seems that you're in there by yourself.
All right, and just in case, 30.
All right. As you silently get ready to insert the key and turn it, it doesn't seem to work. Give me a Arcana check.
Here we go.
As far as you're aware, nothing's really changed with the key.
Did anything weird happen last time we used the key?
Last time you used the key was when, I believe, Rakuu and Rock went to buy the Nightmare, and also sell off that suit of armor, which later seemed to come back.
Oh, was that the same suit of armor?
Yeah.
Somehow I missed that.
Yeah, me too.
I missed that too, actually.
I did not. I noticed, so it was said.
Oh, I have no doubt it wasn't said.
So, what do you do?
I guess I'll go back to the airship and put the key back wherever we keep it.
All right.
I think we've got it kept on Eric's person.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll What level is Dimension Door or Gate?
That's
pretty
a
high
good
level.
question. Dimension door is level 4. Gate is level 9.
Oh, teleportation circle. That's what I meant.
Invitation sir. Okay, thank you.
That's
level
that's a bit less. So by just a
You
little.
plan on casting Gate anytime soon?
It's
Yeah.
a level 10 spell.
Yeah, sorry, not a spellcaster. Well, I guess I have one level of spellcaster, so.
Not a spell.
You know what spells are.
Alright, yes.
Oh my
it's
god.
level 5.
I'm in this group in this channel on Telegram called Programmer Jokes. And they, I'll put this on the stream. They posted a thing saying, don't worry, YouTube just unplugged an internet cable. Now they just gotta figure out which one. And they just have your rather typical server room with a nightmare of cables. I'll put it on the stream in just a moment when I find out where I saved that to.
Hey, YouTube's still down. Never mind. It's definitely
There
on
it
and
is.
off.
There. It's on the stream now. They just gotta find out which one of those got unplugged.
Jesus. That's an oof from me. God damn it.
What was that?
That was a oof.
That was Zell using his his sub noise. His sub sound.
All I heard was oof.
You know
Exactly what it was.
it's exactly what it is. It's from Roblox. It's terrible. Excellent meme though.
Yeah, so Rock's gonna pull Sully off to the side if nobody else wants to do anything.
I want to go into town. I want to get Cobalt's help.
What are you doing? You kind of cut out for me.
I want to go into town, so Rakuu wants to know if you would open the gate or the teleportation circle and then charge my ring with another spell to send me back.
Says, of course. And then claps his hands, waves them out above the circle, and there's a big flash of, like a big column of light. There you go.
Alright, then you charge my ring.
Wait, Dova, how long does that take?
I believe it takes however long the spell usually takes to cast.
Oh,
Also,
that'll
do you actually
that'll take
have a
10 minutes.
teleportation circle inside the hidden city?
Wait, are we in the
I'm
hidden
not going to
city?
the hidden city. I'm going to the college to go to town.
Oh, well then you might want me to come with you.
If you want to go to town, sure.
Well, it's more like they might be upset if they see a non-student use the circle.
Well, they know who I am.
Might
Do
not
we
remember.
have?
Alright.
Did the College of Holera? What town? That was almost a dumb question.
Halarach.
Where's the House of Wonders again?
House of Wonders is in Baldur's Gate.
So I have a teleportation circle for Baldur's Gate and for House of Wonders.
That does not sound right.
I listed all my teleportation circles in the notes.
Maybe the teleportation circle to Baldur's Gate is in the House of Wonders.
Well, then I wouldn't have written it down twice.
House of Wonders, that's the magic.
Museum sort of thing.
Nope,
It's a
that
magic
is
exchange place.
the magic trading place.
Yeah.
The House of Wonders is not in Halrua or it's in Delthuntal.
Okay, so I circle for House of Wonders and circle for the Delthuntal then.
I believe those are the same one.
Then why'd you tell me to write it down twice? You gave me
Give me a
one for Delphuntal at the beginning. Delphuntal and training and the wizard training range, or the ones I got at the very start. As soon as I got the spell.
Give me a moment.
I thought you had
Me-
Baldur's Gate and the training as your first ones.
It's not
We
Delphin
haven't-
Tool, it's Mortalkin.
We haven't been to. We haven't been back to Baldur's Gate in a very long time. Since
Very long
before.
time.
Can you spell the name of the town, Dova?
Mordulkin.
Thank you. That makes things a lot easier.
Just remember,
Um,
Baldur's Gate might also be in flames.
Yeah. I asked him if he wants to go to Hollera or Mortalkin or Delphuntal. As I open up my fast travel map.
Rakuu stares back at him blankly and says, I want to go to the store.
I'm at
Dova,
soup.
which of those three places, which had the best store, the best general store?
Probably Baldur's Gate.
Okay, which one has the best store?
Yeah. You could still have that general store. You don't know.
You know, it's over here and over there. It's
Yeah.
over there.
I mean, it's right for the picking. And then before we do this, I'll go to, since I'm not doing what I thought I was, I'll go to Sully and get greater visibility again.
Well, I can still give you the spell.
Do you
if
have?
want.
Oh, I don't. If you're coming with me, I don't need it.
Okay.
Sully.
Yeah, I can charge your ring.
All right.
I'll mark that off.
Wait a minute. If you decide not to go to the college, then I won't have to come with you.
At
Also, Halarach is where you did the whole boogeyman scare.
It's a good city.
So what's your decision, Rakuu?
I just want to go somewhere that has a good shop. Kind of a few good shops, I guess.
Take me to the store. You want to go to the mall? Do you want to go
Okay, well,
Abercrombie Friends?
which of the three was the biggest city? How about that?
The biggest city would be Baldur's Gate.
What?
That's not Baldur's Gate.
It's not Baldur's Gate. Okay, so you got Halarach, Delphuntal. Probably going to be Halarach.
All right, let's go. And we teleport.
As you head off to do some shopping. Alright, let's switch back to Rock and Sully. As you guys have kind
Yes.
of met up behind the forge. Every so often the nightmare kind of reaches its long neck over and munches on a mouthful of charcoal. Most of it still glowing orange.
I've spent days just feeding it fire. It's like the most interesting thing ever.
The mane has gotten considerably larger.
I feed it well. I take good care of her. Rock's gonna put his hand on Sully and go, we need to talk, and take him and get on top of Ember.
All right, I guess this is happening. This reminds me so much of our first meeting, where you just found me in an alley and grabbed me and took me to an inn to meet up with the rest.
Was that before or after you kicked acidic slime into my snoot?
That was before.
Please tell me that Rock's pulling him with his left arm.
I will roll another acrobatics check if he is.
What?
No, he's pulling up because he's serious. He's pulling him with his right arm.
Okay.
He does his left arm for fun and games.
No objections.
And
But
then
yes,
they're gonna.
this really was just like their initial meeting before I had my mic. Yeah, you really did just find me in an alley and take me somewhere, and I guess okay, this is happening.
Mhm. And then they're gonna fly off somewhere secluded.
All right. You kind of find a small cliff overlook that overlooks a quite large swath of jungle. It's fairly quiet up here, aside from a faint wind kind of whipping up far above you as the seaside wind kind of goes over the mountains to your back.
Ooh, sorry, I'm yawning. So he's gonna go, and he'll have he's gonna say to he's gonna walk up to Sully, and Sully has all those scars on him, doesn't he?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go. Hold on. He's gonna run a finger along the scars and go. These are scars of not honor. Do you remember how you got them?
I have flashes of memory. There was nothing but pain and exhaustion.
He's gonna look at him. It's like, I know these scars all too well. And he's gonna take off his armor and show him his back. And on Rock's back, there's a branding that says Max on it, but it looks like it was rebranded multiple times. And he's gonna go, I grew up with torture, knowing what pain and despair was. I know those scars all too well. Growing up, there was a man. He was not a kind man. Almost a demon, but demons are nicer than what he was. There's that I get flashes, and he would be like, Sora would be able to see everything that Rock's reliving as he's explained this to Sully. He didn't stop, and the others could not stop him. So I know what you went through, and you may get flashes now, but it will come back to you, and it will not be a fun thing.
I want to find that thing, and I want to kill it. I'm not the only one it has. I wasn't.
With the pain. Thing that did that to you, even if it dies, you have to know that these scars will still live with you.
I thought so.
Have to
You're cutting in and out, Rock.
Yeah, you are starting to cut in and out a little bit.
What was the last part you heard?
Just go back like one sentence.
Okay. He said those, even if you kill him, those scars you're still gonna have to live with, and you may get flashes now, but one day they'll come back to you in a flood, and that flood is not gonna be fun.
Sully doesn't say anything, but like clenches his jaw. All right.
He as he looks to him.
Jason.
Max was my first kill. It was a great kill, but it was a hollow. These scars will live with me, but they also give me strength. before, it was the worst that pain I've ever been through. So even as he points to his ripped off arm, this was nothing compared to what he did.
Can't we take it off to erase any trace of him?
It would just be more hiding than acceptance. Scars and wounds tell stories, experiences one lives through. And as he motions to his body, it's like, I have a lot of stories.
I suppose you do. You're a bard in your own way.
He's gonna clap Sully on the shoulder. When the time comes, I will be here for you. I'll help you bring his head on a pike. But just know, just because the one who did this is gone.
Sorry, that last one's cut out.
I said, just because one who did this to you is gone, doesn't mean that his signature will ever fade. But you can use that for strength.
Oh, I don't want to get better. I just don't want him to continue. That's all there is.
You were breaking out for me again.
Sorry, I'll leave and rejoin and maybe that fixes it sometimes. There we go. How's this?
Alright.
I don't want to get better. I just don't want him to do more.
And that I can promise you that I will help you stop him doing from any more of this.
I'd like that. Thank you.
Give Sully a big hug.
Sully's going to hug back and say, actually, since we're alone, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
He's gonna raise an eyebrow.
Your knowledge is very selective. So, I will say this directly in a way I hope you understand. Rock, I like you. I like you a lot.
Alright, give me a second. I gotta take a drink of water.
Oh boy. Getting ready for a spit take there? Getting ready for a spit.
I was glad I wasn't drinking water beforehand. He's gonna smile. And he's just gonna say, I like you too, Sully. For the first time using his name.
You idiot, don't make me kiss you already.
He just smiles.
I don't know if there's probably no way you have. I'm a little different than before.
Oh, he smiles and he goes, oh, I know. I know the first time you came back.
Really? Oh, yes, I see. Do you like it?
He's just Rockrock's just gonna grin wild and wide. It's like, I don't mind it. You're still my Sully.
Sully's looking away and thinking, damn it, when did you get suave? I
Learned how to read.
You can. Oh yeah, you got the eyes right.
Something like that.
All right. Good. Good. We'll be sharing your bed. Again, I'm out of the infirmary.
You don't have a choice in the matter.
It's gonna be a little different. It's going to.
He's gonna
I need a bow chicka bow wow sound effect.
he's gonna whisper into his ear, "I don't mind."
Okay.
I was about to go to YouTube
Yep,
to find one to play just for this, and then I'm like, oh wait.
So, like, is Rockart gonna have to put his arm in a plastic bag when he goes to sleep now?
If it doesn't know better, I will train it with a sword.
Like, also, sleeping with it in his bed. Are the sheets clean? I seem to remember it being very slimy at first.
It's more like
It's gotten
now.
better. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about from before. Has he
I mean,
cleaned his sheets since then?
I mean, it's no different than when he sleeps with his bloody armor on.
Listen, nothing is going to stop this. Sully's in. Sully's in.
I mean, that's been obvious for a while, but you know.
Well, it happened now.
He'll hug Sully again.
Also, the others are stupid. Don't tell them I'm a lady now.
He just smiles. It's like, oh well, I don't. That's shrugs. He doesn't see any difference. It's none of their business anyway.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Because that is I don't know. I'm both relieved and filled with adrenaline. It's a very odd sensation.
I have that effect on people.
So you do. Suck it, Hyestall. Oh wait, you're still captured. No, I want to brag anyway.
So, that's it. He'll just probably sit there and talk to Sully for a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. Cobalt and actually, was it Cobalt and Rakuu that were going to Halara?
Yeah.
Yes.
All
We
right.
did.
Yeah, you are in Halara. And thankfully, it doesn't seem that the guards want to arrest you for, assassinating a public official and also scaring quite a bit of civilians.
That's great.
Yeah. However, there's definitely a uptick in the popularity of that urban legend. There's a number of posters around.
Is there a specialty shop that's riding on the fame? Like a tourist trap kind of thing?
It totally is.
We
I
were
know there's
wandering
tons of
around the
those on
town
Bigfoot.
after that happened without any issues.
Mhm.
Why is this happening now?
Well, there wasn't enough time to actually set up a shop.
What?
Cobalt's gonna buy a mask.
All right. It's a fairly cheaply made, like, papier-mâché mask of a plain white face with quite long, sort of pointy teeth. The face has kind of odd proportions, with a fairly flat nose, but a very sort of protruding jaw and mouth.
It's gonna sit on the end of his muzzle, on it's attached.
There's a string that it comes with, but it's not long enough. Actually, no. You have a small head, so it would be long enough, and you can just tie it like around your antlers or your horns.
Exactly.
Wait, are there actually guards coming after us?
No, he said there aren't.
Oh,
There are not.
okay.
And then I guess Rakuu will go buy what he was gonna do, and I bought the stuff that I wanted.
I'll go to a general store for a. Actually, I want to go to a magic shop.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. You go to a magic shop. It is
Whatever-
called. What's
whatever
it
the-
called?
Nicest magic shop is in town.
The nicest ooh. Let me see.
You mean the Magic Academy itself?
We're not.
There is
there.
that, but
Filled with
there
a lot
isn't
of
like any
experimental
public.
things.
I
Yeah,
thought
there's-
we didn't go there.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
there is that, but they don't really have actual like magic, like items for sale.
Yeah.
Everything that they have is under lock and key, and you really can't take it out
I mean,
without breaking the law. It's still illegal to steal things,
Uh,
and
is
also
that-
to use magic to persuade them to let you take their things
that
for
was
very
that
low
was
price.
that was Sully's game, not mine.
I think you were part of it, though. That's the thing.
I
Either way,
I was in the past, but I always did my own thing.
mhm. The fancy magic shop is called the oh, fuck, I'm trying to think of it. Okay,
Stadium Arcanium.
no, that's
The
an
Blue
album
Fig.
by Red Hot Chili Peppers. A really good album, I might add, but
Yeah.
not the name of. Yeah, that's a
Not a
fantastic
bad
album, I
album.
gotta say. It's a great album.
Anything after that's kind of.
I don't know. I mean, I forgot what they did after that. Anyways, it's
Can't be
called
nothing.
Exactly.
the Discerning. Oh fuck! I forgot. It's a fancy magic shop. We'll come up with the name later. It's in really, really fancy font that's hard to read on the sign. So, fuck's sake.
Sell yo crap.
All right. Yes, it is a fancy magic shop. It is staffed by a handful of very posh-looking elves and half-elves who seem to look down on you in disdain as you enter.
Before I went into the fancy shop, I would have put on my fancy clothes with my amulet, my signet ring, all my papers.
The
Do I still have
outright the outright disgust is turning into almost a spiteful apathy.
What?
It's a very complex emotion. Only
Oh.
very rich people would understand it. As the person working the front desk doesn't actually greet you until you're up at the counter and waiting for a few moments.
Oh, I'm not
She
going to do that. I'm going to walk in and kind of take some steps to the middle of the store and go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on the persona of a snobby rich person.
The person working the front desk kind of looks up at you after, putting down their a bit of a large sort of ledger that they were writing in. Can I help you?
Yes, Stuart. I'm interested in items.
Oh.
Do you know? Are you by chance knowledgeable of these, or is there a specialist in the back?
I am quite knowledgeable in anything that you might have for me. Any sort of requests?
I'm just mostly interested in what is in the store. If something catches my fancy.
Oh,
I see.
God.
Rakuu,
Well,
I
go on.
might ban you over this.
Get him out of this game.
Huh?
Get him out of this game. I see. We have very many magical items available for sale here.
Oh, well, I'd hope so.
Yes. We have various weapons, staves, scrolls, potions, any sorts of various magical trinkets. Although, I believe that many of them are out of your price range.
Oh, is that so?
So...
Well, show me these trinkets anyways.
By the way, could you give me a deception check just to keep up this persona?
Well, I mean, my persona's yeah.
That is
Okay.
actually, that is true. Never mind. She doesn't have any... Actually, you are a kobold, so that is
Yeah.
a reasonable... That is a reasonable doubt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 30.
And fucking blow it out of the ballpark. Jesus Christ. I don't... Yeah, oh!
Nat?
She still can't beat it. It's a skill check. She kind of looks you over one last time and... I see. Let me look over our inventory. Dropping rhymes here.
Inventory.
Let me see.
I have had like 6 people PM me telling me that YouTube is down.
Yeah, dude.
Why?
I guess because I have a channel on there, but...
I mean, I guess. Maybe they want to watch your videos.
Maybe they got so entertained by this thing they want to watch your backlog and be like, oh no, we can't because YouTube's down.
See me. Though my battle cry may give me away.
She says, well, we have a very trustworthy staff of power in our inventory, as well as a bottle of universal solvent, or perhaps a handful of giant strength potions might interest you, given your lack in that regard.
I'm more interested in something of a more relaxed nature. I'd like to sail out in the seas, something that may help me appreciate the scenery.
I see. Well, an item just came in the other week that might interest you. It's a spyglass which has been enchanted to provide quite far-reaching sight.
Yes. Proceed.
I have tested it myself and found that I could clearly see objects on the other side of the city, or even further beyond. Much better than a normal spyglass, of course. This may come to you for a measly sum of 8,000 gold.
Truly a pittance.
Jova,
Indeed.
we do have an ethereal influence. I sent it to
Alright,
you
what
in
might it
PM.
be? Okay.
Also, really, Cobalt? Make that 7 people
I
that
know
have
what you're talking
messaged
about.
me about YouTube being down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just do it at everyone. YouTube is down. Actually, I'll do that on my my private server. No, I won't do that. That's an asshole move. Rock and Sully, as you two are sort of heading back to camp, you actually spot a shooting star in the night sky over Chult.
Hot.
Whoa!
Eh?
Spot a shooting star, you can make a wish.
I probably will.
I mean, you can think of the wish, but don't say it out loud, else that makes the wish invalid.
All right.
So what do you say about that 8,000 gold? Someone such as yourself would easily be able to afford it.
Oh, well, of course, I would like to see what it is. I just want to see if it's of the caliber that I'm interested in. I have no interest in picking it up. I just want to get a look at it.
Oh, of course. As she kind of looks over to one of the other attendants in the store. Milia, please retrieve the spyglass from the back room. Milia the woman who you assume to be Milia kind of nods and heads into the back room. After a few moments, she returns holding a brushed silver spyglass in a sort of a glass and wooden case. She sets it down on the counter and opens the swivels sort of the glass to the side. She lifts it out, holding it on the front edges of her fingers, and sort of holds it in front of you, gently sort of motioning to the various interesting features. It has a molded eyepiece so that you won't suffer any discomfort from using it for a long period of time. It also focuses by itself, so that you don't have to fidget with it constantly in rough seas or on horseback. And finally, it's quite powerful magnification. We haven't had any official measurements done, but our maps say that its focusing gives us roughly 2 miles.
That sounds like something that I am interested in, and the craftsmanship is...
Quite superb, as you can see.
It's definitely elegant. I would agree with that. Alright, let me see here.
She starts to tell you a very elaborate story about how the glass actually came into their possession. It seems that it was the last work of a master lens maker from hundreds of miles away, and only happened to come into the store's possession due to a lucky break at an auction, or like an estate sale. You've heard this before, and you're not sure whether it's a tactic to increase your perceived sort of sale price for it, or if it's actually true.
And what was the sale price of it?
8,000 gold pieces.
8,000 gold pieces?
8,000.
Okay, shit, I don't know how to roleplay this, actually. No, because I have a jeweled crown worth 7,500. And,
I mean, 70 or 8,000 gold pieces is a lot. I mean, that can get pretty heavy without any sort of magical holding equipment. While that is affordable for some, there are some cases where some folks just don't use them. And therefore, it might be acceptable for a trade in this case.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works out. Now you see, oh fuck, where did I get this from?
I think you got it just from a random treasure chest.
I thought it was somewhere more important.
Well, I don't remember it, so...
Well, perhaps maybe a barter then. One beautiful, extraordinarily crafted item for another.
I think that would be very acceptable, depending upon the item, of course. You have the item on hand?
Yes, I do. I keep it in an arcane holding.
Of course.
Yes. So, he reaches in and brings out the jeweled gold crown. Give me a second to open my notes here. Yes, I am, if you did not know before, Voliasi Imana of the Imana Trading House. And this very crown here was given to me by my services from the Iron Lord.
I am a step away
All
from
right.
muting you for that voice.
Could you please give me
You
a deception check?
pretentious little shit.
Oh.
Leviosa.
It's Leviosa.
I'm not trying to overstep, but this is all within his paperwork that he served the Iron Lord. So could I like have advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, and alright, so deception.
Didn't you talk to the Iron Lord at one point?
No, I served him in the Imminot Trading House.
No, I mean, I could have sworn one of us actually spoke to him.
Oh no, I did. What was it? I
It was like
telepathic.
Oh yeah, you called him like on the shell phone.
Yeah, the shell phones.
No, you called him.
Yeah, I called the Iron Lord. I remember that now.
That's when wasn't it Rock who got a banana phone or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was the banana. No, I called the Iron Lord on the banana phone.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. We had shell phones and you went for the banana.
Listen, man, this is a prank call gone wrong, and I kind of like to bail now.
I'm way over my head. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
She kind of looks at it and sort of reaches in her petticoat and grabs a small sort of a gem inspection monocle and kind of just sticks it over her eye and looks it over. After a few minutes, she goes, "Yes, I think this will do quite nicely, though I will require a bit more, as this will not quite cover our cost in the open market. I believe this will cover 6,500 gold over the total."
Is that for the jewels alone, or for knowing
And the
that
gold for the craftsmanship as well.
and the sentiments of being from the horde of the Iron Lord, what does that add?
I suppose that would add some value. Yes, I believe 7,000 will do.
So what remains as the total?
1,000, of course.
1,000, and I presume that comes with the case for such a artistic object.
But of course, the case was made for this object when the object was made. That was a dumb statement. You there, Rico?
I said I was gonna mute him.
Oh, you full on like, oh my god.
I don't
You're
care.
unmuted now.
You're terrible.
Yes, I believe that I have some change around here. He pulls out 100 platinum pieces.
Hmm. Yes, I suppose that will definitely cover it.
Very well then.
Ugh.
I hate everything. I hate myself for starting this.
Oh man.
You truly have no one to blame but yourself.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
open Pandora. There.
I fucking love this character.
Mm-mm.
Yes, and do keep in mind the Emina Trading House if I ever come back to town.
I definitely will. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you very
Master
much.
Imina.
He does like a regal.
As you are
Yeah.
kind of picking up the case with the spyglass in it, there's a jingle at the door as Cobalt waltzes in, carrying an actual like armful of various fruits, a few glass bottles of milk, a large sack of sugar.
Things on sticks.
Yep. A handful of like those like cake balls on a stick. There's a scent of like greasy fried meat that kind of wafts in. And as Cobalt kind of looks around, he sees you as a handful of grapes kind of falls off the pile and thuds onto the floor. Loose grapes, of course, so they kind of roll around in all separate directions.
I'm gonna sigh and shake my head and turn around. Oh, this is my nephew. He wanted to come to port to see what the locals ate. I do apologize for the mess.
Yes, I suppose we will have to clean it up.
We will be leaving your store now. I apologize again.
Uh-oh.
It is, through her teeth, she says, "It is no trouble, Master Imina."
Goodbye. He gives like a backwards
This is
wave.
getting so...
Are you okay?
Hey, you know that you just made that even longer.
Yep. I know.
And I was prepared for this. I knew that was gonna happen.
None shall see me. Though my
And I kind of
battle cry may
like,
give me
Oh,
away.
please let that
Shoot
be
Cobalt down with
something.
me.
we got influence. We got here it is now.
Oh. Oh, wait. I like this. Dova, incoming PM.
Okay. Slap it on. God damn it, weasels.
Let him succeed. Come on.
That's okay. As you are sort of finishing up your business and ushering Cobalt and his unstable pile of various sweets and fruits and various, snacks out the door, a dark-haired man wearing fairly black robes and all around black clothing, you know, boots, pants, just everything.
Yeah, the iron
Held high, no, head held high, as he kind of looks down on you with his hands behind his clasped behind his back. I am very versed in this town and the trading matters, and I have never heard of House Imana.
Yes, I am trying to spread the word around these parts, as we are originally from, I think it's Imamar. Let me check real quick.
Flips open a notebook.
No, from Imamar Rashman, if you've heard of it.
I have. I have many business dealings there, and I have never heard of you. But while others may believe you, I, however, do not.
Oh, well.
As with a very heavy clicking of his leather boots, he kind of makes his way out.
End him now.
As he
Produce
passes
gun.
through the threshold of the door. He
I
looks back
demand
and he says,
a duel, sir.
Good day to you, whoever you are.
That is Valiasi Imina.
I doubt it. As he leaves.
Weasley.
Ronald
It's
Weasley. It's Imminent.
Yeah, well, I guess not.
This is awful. We're done. No.
I guess not everyone can be wealthy, and some have to pretend. I guess I won't be seeing you later.
By sticking a stick of fried meat on a stick into Raku's mouth and pushing him along.
Your last word is kind of cut short by delicious, greasy, salted meats. It seems
that's
to be
actually pretty good.
Cobalt, could you give me a dexterity check, because you removed one of your hands from the pile?
Mage hand.
That's only 10 pounds, my man. Oh, you mage hand. Okay. No, that's okay.
That's some big meat stick.
Don't you have to call it beforehand?
I think it was already. He probably already had mage hand out to hold everything.
Yeah, he's mage handing like constantly. Let's be honest here.
It's Cobalt. He is magic.
He mage hands as often as Rock plows through doors.
Cobalt uses magic for everything. That's how he keeps his physique.
Yes, exactly. Why do you think I got Tensor's floating disc? By the way, Dova, I'm carrying extra stuff on Tensor's floating disc floating behind me.
Okay. So you're carrying, basically dragging along a wagon.
Yeah, but due to its size, it couldn't hold everything. Like the weight was fine,
go ahead
but the
and
diameter.
Go ahead and subtract 10 gold, just from all the stuff you've bought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
Alright. And I assume you'd head back to the village afterwards?
Yes.
Alright. As you reappear with your various goods, at about this time, I'd say everyone would be back at camp. Eric's, what are you doing? Oh yeah, you were looking after Infel, as well as...
Zell.
Zell, that's his name. Also, YouTube's back up.
Damn it!
I wanted to let you know. There you go, it's back up.
Anyways, yes, I am looking after the two of them.
Alright.
Oh, it is.
Well, it's 10 o'clock for me here. And yeah.
Oh, trying to short us, are you?
I am, because I'm hungry as fuck.
Oh, why not your language.
Okay, first of all, I have a sneeze, so. Fuck, god damn it. Did not sneeze the second time. I hate everything.
So did the guy actually pass my deception?
He did. And
Really?
I quote, he is a teacher of the dark arts.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Professor Snape, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was actually one of your professors, Cobalt.
Oh, sweet.
You haven't taken a class with him yet, but you've seen him around campus.
Alan Rickman brought himself back?
He's alive again.
I mean, technically, this is taking place many, many years before right now. So, I mean, he's still alive.
Alright. Oh, yes. He's still alive.
Holy fuck, that's an amazing video. It's actually what Cobalt did.
Exactly. I'm so glad YouTube's back so I can
That's a
post
Fred burger?
Yes.
Jeez.
That's exactly what I thought of.
It's like stupid in stereo. That's great. Okay, so as you all finish what you wanted to get done, the first day of which the camp of what was the name? Lagaritos?
Yes, I think.
Isla de Lagaritos.
No, that's the
Comes
name
to
of
a
the entire
close.
island, the entire continent.
Oh, you tried to rename it?
We're going to, because, you know, we're going to settle the entire thing. So,
Isla de Lagaritos.
you know, when
Comes to a close with a constitution finally set in literal stone tablets. Was it like one rule per stone tablet, or was it like 2 stone tablets?
I just made 2 copies. One to put in the hall, one to, like, I don't know, put somewhere else.
Put it in your pocket. Hey, hold on. Let me grab my pocket commandments here. The first day in which you've had rules comes to a close. You all settle in for the night.
No
infighting. One of you has obtained a magical item. Another of which continues to tend to the well-being of the tribe. One who has continued to tinker and possibly go where man is not supposed to go.
Man, I've already been there. I'm just going back.
True. You have gone far beyond what should be mortally possible. And 2 of which will fade to black. And I think that is an excellent place to end the session. On a high note.
Oh, I'm sure somebody's going to be screaming in an especially high note tonight.
Hey, hold on just a fucking moment, son. You said to keep it clean in our chat, alright?
Why? What is wrong with screaming? How is that not safe for work?
Alright, you got angry for me for bringing up innuendos, okay? You can't just bring up more innuendos and act all immune to this. Come on.
And be like, haha, hey guys, isn't this funny?
Disappointing.
I don't have a comment because it's not rated PG-13.
Anyways, everyone, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back in just a few minutes with another stream. I don't know what I'll stream. Anybody in the chat want to put in
Stream something spooky.
I can't really do
Spooky
horror.
games, yeah.
Do you have Spooky's House of Jump Scares?
I can't do horror.
But this one's a cute horror. It's Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
Not later on.
If it's
Don't tell him
health-wise, I physically cannot do horror.
Oh, hey, don't play Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
Yeah.
I've got a heart condition that just, I'd rather not be in the hospital tonight.
Don't play Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
You know what? Yeah, I will do Darkest Dungeon in just a moment. So do stick around.
Have you?
Huh?
You haven't done that in a while, have you?
I have not. It has been a while. So yeah, stick around. Remember to hit that follow button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in just a few minutes.
Smash that like button.
Fucking
Ring that bell.
nuke that fucking like button! Ah!
Punch that bell so hard the grandchildren will feel it.
Kill him. Kill the like button.
Murder the like button with
Shoot
knives.
the like button.
And then bring it back.
You know what, dear?
Bring
I
it
think
back.
I'm gonna actually do a different game for tonight. I'm gonna go with the Northgard, finish that up because I think that's gonna be rather quick. And then once I beat that game, I will come back to Darkest Dungeon in full. Just taking a little break. Great game, just, Anyways, bid you all adieu.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Ho, ho.
Well, at least he didn't do the Mickey Mouse.